What's up, pro players? We are here with the infamous
Andrew Dovale.
And what do you do here today, Andrew?
We won the, where are we?
North Carolina. So the biggest Fusion World Tournament.
We won the North Carolina Regional. Got first with our boy, Topku. This guy's broken. I think someone said that there was 85% of the tournament was this, so I played a lot of mirrors. And it is the best deck in the format, tier 0. So I'm going to give you guys my take on it, my little text for the mirror match.
Tech alert.
Also, shout out to everybody who helped me test, Jonathan, the twins, Israel, Mill, everybody who was part of the crew that came today, this weekend. That was nice. Always shout out to BPG as well for hosting a good event. And yeah, let's get into it. First, we got Basil. It's the only cantrip that I play, just to find Keflas. I don't want to play anything that bottom decks Keflas, so I stayed away from any engines that did that. And basically, he's just good because he finds you whatever you need. He also finds you Glimpse when you're trying to kill people, so really good card. It's just you have to play this one at 4. If you're playing other 1-drops, sure. The reason I didn't play more is because there's a certain card that wipes them all away, and then you lose a lot of value. So that's what we're playing. We're playing 4 Roshi. This card is super important. You have to hard mulligan for this when you go first in the mirror, because it is your best and really only turn 1 play that makes any sense. This lets you take a life. If it stays alive, you get to take another life, and so on. So it'll let you get to your awakening. If you can awaken on turn 3 going first, you're in a good spot. So that's usually your objective, and this is the only way that you're going to get there. It's a 10k also, which is just great. Like, shouldn't have been a 10k, but yeah, this card's amazing. You can also use the cost reduction on the events to basically, when you're pushing for game, it's going to be a 10k that takes a life and reduces the cost of your events by 1. So it basically is free to play out because he costs 1 himself. So the events in this deck cost 2. So it's basically free to play him out, which is nice. This is priority in the mirror match. You should get rid of this and have it in your opening hand. Whis, this is for best used when going second. It's like very, very powerful because if they lead with Roshi, you lead with Whis, and you just kill it. And now this 10k is not easy to remove because everything is -5 at the beginning of the game. So this is a really good one. I actually think I should have played more of it. You are slightly advantaged already going second, so I didn't really want as many going second options. It wasn't as important, but it did come up. I did have it a few times going second. It felt great. So this guy could be like a 3 of. I wouldn't play more than 3, but he's a really solid. And a 10k actually helps because I think one game I swung with him and was able to pump him. Like sometimes you get in there with your 1-drops when you try to kill him. This was pretty good. Hit. I played at 4. It's the best Awakener in the deck besides Roshi, because it can repeatedly take life as well. Comes down on 2, answers the Roshi, and your opponent's in a tricky spot of whether they combo cards to kill this or let it stay on board. Just a really, really solid attacker. You just play 4 of this one. It's for sure the one that you play. Then I played 1 Caulifla. Honestly, you could cut it also. It wasn't like the end of the world, but she was okay. I mean, I played her a few times. The crit doesn't really matter too much in this format because your opponent's just dying to awaken anyway, so you don't attack with it. The good thing about her is that you don't have to attack to take the life, but she can only take 1 life. So she's good in certain spots. You'll get a crit in here and there, but for the most part, she's not really that good. So yeah, you could play her I wouldn't play her more than 2. Then there's this guy. I trimmed him to 3 because I don't think he's very good in the mirror. He's very good against the other decks. So I think this card is very good against yellow and green, bad against blue and red, which were all of my games today. The only 2 non-tournament mirrors that I played were Trunks and Vegeta, and 1 was on stream. You just take those slow, and this card doesn't really generate value, so you don't play it. It's decent in the mirror sometimes because of its on-KO effect. Just be careful playing this on the front side, like on curve, because then they can swing into your leader, and you don't take damage, which is not good because then you don't awaken. This one is actually didn't use him too much this tournament. He's kind of weird. Like, he's good. He's another Awakener. He's more powerful, and he's not as great in the mirror as other cards. He's like fine. If you're playing him, you're kind of going for board presence, and sometimes board presence can or cannot be everything. So it really depends on. It's a reactive card. Depending on how your opponent plays, it could be a lot better. But it's another Awakener, so we play it at 4, so just to make sure that we awaken. Yeah, and we can play it off the leader effect. I play it off of Kefla. Just really, really solid card. It's a 5k, so it warrants the slot, but I could see it being cut down to 3. We play 3 of this Kefla. This card is so powerful because a lot of times what happens in the mirror is that you're afraid of your opponent shotgunning and double striking you to death. So you leave the standing. So you'll go 4-drop Kefla, play 3-drop Kefla, draw 2 cards, have 2 10Ks on defense, and just pass and just poke away at them. And if they decide to go all in, you're going to have an extra 20K worth of combo, which is really, really impactful. Like if you do that 2 times, your hand size is going to be massive. So a really good card for that. That one is considerable to put it up to 4, but this guy is the card that I would probably play at 4, maybe cut an Android. I saw him, but it's just like, man, he was winning games. Like this card is so good in the mirror. It just deals with your opponent's awakeners, takes a life. It's 25, which is not easy to remove, and he's gonna help you kill your opponent. Like this card is very, very strong.
It was bad, now it's good.
Yeah, I wouldn't play more than 6 zeros in the deck because I play a total of like 10, or 11. I forget 11. But yeah, it was fine. This guy could maybe be 1 more. 2 Catapesla and 2 Kaba. This is just for 10Ks. This comes up nice. Is like if you play against yellow, this is really good. If your opponent is just playing a bunch of 1-drops, this can be really good. For the most part, he doesn't get much use besides being a 10K, but he's situational, so situational 10K is fine. This one is the tech for the mirror. I got a few people today with this one. They weren't expecting it. So basically, what happens in the mirror, sometimes you take a damage and you go down to 2 life. But at that point, your opponent's like kind of takes a backseat because they just want to double strike and kill you. But then you play this. And then if you have the board control and then you play this, it's very hard for them to be able to remove this guy, go for double strike with game, and use the glimpse, which is the plus 25K. Right. So it kind of puts them in a situation where they probably can't kill you, and if they can kill you, now they're doubting, like if they do have the cards to remove it, they're doubting their combo potential because they can't use their extra card, the plus 25. So they may not get there, and then they're like forced into playing a board state game, which could benefit you. So if you don't have like a good dump hand, or it allows you to play that game because there's no negates in this game, so you need blockers, and it's a 25K blocker, which is not bad. It's a 10K, and it's searchable, so it's a really solid card. I think 2 is a good number for it. 2 of this guy. This is for when the game becomes like a really board state heavy game in the mirror. You use this plus this guy to kind of clear their whole board. This generally clears this Kefla into this, just clears the whole board. So that's basically the reason to play this card. If your opponent goes wide, they have too many Android 17s, there's something you can't deal with, like you can't just push them and make them combo cards. You go into this and you fight for board instead. So this card's really good. It could be at 3. I had it at 3, but I found that too many games didn't go down to board state at an elevated, like once we started playing with the team, like there was a lot of games where we were just trying to kill each other. So this didn't help in that game state, so I cut it down to 2. And if my opponent is trying to play the board state game, I have it, but most of the time I'm just trying to kill you. So we have that. For Kefla, this card's broken. 25K, 10K, like it just does everything. Draws a card, plays another dude for free. This card's insane. It makes this deck playable. Without this, like if you don't draw this card in this deck, the deck is not even that good.
You can't even play the deck.
Yeah, it's just your leader effect is kind of useless. It's like okay, but it's pretty bad. So that card's insane. 3 Ribrian, just to make sure you have it, just in case you have to charge one early, you do want to make sure that you have this double striker access to it. If you have to combo it off early, what you can do is you can glimpse on the first attack, poke them down to 2, and then buy back of this with the glimpse. So you always kind of have access to it as well. But yeah, this is just your finisher. This is what you use. You just go boom, dump, get to like 100 or whatever, some crazy number, and then they die. Super combo, obviously just super combo. Just hope you draw a lot of them in the mirror.
Right.
That's literally how it goes. 3 glimpse and 2 God Kamehameha. So 3 glimpse, really good card because, again, you go down to 3 life on this leader, and just being able to poke someone down to 3 or 2 and then dump with this, or poke them down. If they're defending really heavily, you can use this to poke, go like 50.
Super combos.
And then they don't want to take it, then you can play board. You can play for board, right? You gave me your whole hand, now I'll go for board if you all combo to single strike 50. Right. If not, I go for game with double strike, right? So this card's very good because it also buys back a 10K. And you can use it, I played a game against blue where you use it and you just grind your opponent. If they kill a Kefla, if they put a Kefla in the trash, the 4-drop Kefla, you can just buy it back. So you can have turns where you go swing at your leader, swing at something, plus 25K, get back my Kefla, play the Kefla for 1 energy. Just very, very strong. It just recycles this card in those grindier matchups. Then 2 God Kamehamehas. This card is just catch-all. Kills pretty much everything in the game. With
Even if
the
it's a
minus,
Roshi.
yeah, with the minuses, like if you play against yellow, it kills Cooler. If you play against blue, it kills Vegito. Kills their 5-drop Vegito, their 3-drop Vegito, any double striker. Literally kills everything in the game. It even kills the Android 17 because he can't be KO'd by battle cards, but he can be KO'd by extra cards. So it literally kills just everything that you need to get rid of in the game. That's the deck profile, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was a fun tournament.
So, Mr. Duvall, we know you're a world champion in Masters. How do you feel about Fusion World?
I really enjoy it. I think it takes a different set of skills to win in this game than it does in Masters. Some of the fundamentals are still there, but it's more akin to there's certain small decision trees which I kind of enjoy about the game as well. So I've really been enjoying Fusion World of having Blast play it. I think they're both great games, but I really do enjoy Fusion World. I suggest everybody who likes Masters to give it a try. It's more fun than you think. I do think this deck is broken, broken, which kind of is unfortunate to have a tier 0 format set too, but it is what it is. We'll see what they do with it. So.
Well, thank you for watching. Subscribe for more content. Peace.